Hey guys, welcome back to sportsbookreview.com. Natalie Rydstrom here, Joao and Alex. Joao from MG Tennis Tipster, Alex from Need for Tips with us. Taking a look now, day 4 plays. First of all, guys, starting with you, Alex, how is the competition treating you so far?
Not so good on our daily picks, but really good on Twitter. Okay, not so good. I'm not really bad. I think that I'm around -1 right now, but I think that it's better to see at the end of each week what is going on, because it's a lot happening. But on Twitter, on Bookmakers News, I'm 7 units on plus, 19 wins and 9 losses, with a really good going on Twitter. Every day we have more viewers that are thanking us for a great job that we're doing.
And this is your live in-play betting you're talking about.
Yeah, in-play, pre-live, stuff like that. Yeah, news, whatever is happening at Wimbledon, I'm there. And not only at Wimbledon, I'm announcing also what's happening in the soccer sport, because the new season is knocking at our door. 1 month until the start of the new season.
I know, it sure is. God, we have all this time on our hands, you know. But yeah, it's knocking on our door. Okay, so Joao, how are you doing so far? How's the competition treating you?
It hasn't been a bad one, although what we said in the start of the tournament, that the tennis variance can be absurd. We had already 3 matches where we had retirements against us, so it has been a tough tournament on that point. It has been positive yet, but the variance on tennis can be absurd, as I said. And I prefer only to look at the long-term results, but it has been a positive tournament overall.
Okay, positive tournament overall. Listen, let's kick off. Going to start with day 4 value plays on the women's side. Joao, kick us off.
On the women's side, we have 2 plays for tomorrow. The first one is on the match that involves Svetlana Pironkova from Bulgaria and Caroline Wozniacki from Denmark. Wozniacki is always a tough opponent to face, especially since she's returning to her best level, back to the top 10, playing very well. She reached the final in Eastbourne last week, and she's always a tough opponent, as we mentioned, especially for these players like Pironkova. Although Pironkova is a very good grass player, she doesn't possess that firepower that can create problems to Caroline. The Dane clearly holds the edge on the head-to-head, lead by 5-0. Is definitely a tough opponent for Pironkova, and I think that tomorrow Wozniacki will be too strong once again. The spread is at -4 at 1.96 on Pinnacle, and that's the line that will take on this match.
All right, having problems with your sound today, Joao. Sounds very muffled and distant, but we will be putting the soccer picks in the description. We'll try and sort that out. Take us through your second women's play, please, Joao.
Just one question. Is better now the sound?
I don't know. Alex, what do you say about the sound?
Yeah, it's not so good, but it's understandable. But
it's a little bit better when you
have to pay attention more. Yeah.
Yeah. But,
okay, I'll try.
Okay.
I'll try.
All right.
The second one that we have is between Sorana Cirstea from Romania and Bethany Mattek-Sands. Mattek-Sands is always a very dangerous opponent on the Grand Slam event. Although she lost the first set in the opening round, she made a good comeback. She's always tough on these conditions, and I think that tomorrow the value is definitely on her side. She's a dangerous opponent, as we mentioned, has a great serve and volley, also very aggressive on the return to serve. And 2.25 on Pinnacle. Sorry, on Corral. This price was from Corral. For Mattek-Sands to win this match definitely represents some value, and I think that she'll get the job done. But and the value is definitely on her side.
Okay, so 2 picks there from Joao. Alex, what have you got for the women's side? Do you like the ones that Joao has presented? What are you thinking?
At least the second one is the same with mine. I have Mattek-Sands to beat Cirstea at 2.25. I think that Cirstea, okay, I think that she did an incredible match in the first round, to tell you the truth. But that's it, still here for her. I think that she made it really far, from my point of view, in such a Grand Slam on grass. Grass is not her favorite. Is not her favorite surface. So Mattek-Sands, it was also my bet on the first round against Linette. I'm going also with her in the second round against Sorana at 2.25. And for my second one, I have Caroline Pliskova against Rybarikova. I think that Pliskova will be one of the finalists, if not to win the tournament. A big surprise today, Petra Kvitova is out of the tournament. Okay, we didn't expect her to make a lot of stuff coming from that injury and stuff. But anyway, it's a big surprise from my point of view. So Pliskova to win 2-0 straight sets against Rybarikova. Rybarikova, okay, she has a good record on grass, but she didn't play with someone as tough as Pliskova till now. So 1.85 for Pliskova to win in straight sets.
All right. Any thoughts there on Alex's tip, Joao?
No, I don't like to go against Rybarikova on this surface. I think that Pliskova will get the job done. But I prefer to stay away from that play. She's very tricky on grass, as Alex mentioned.
Yeah, we have had a few upsets. Obviously, Wawrinka out. We've had a few upsets. Why would you say that is, or is it just the way that the tournament is going?
Grass is a very tricky surface. One of the things that causes it to be so tricky is very tough to read the game, because the players only have 3 weeks to prepare for this tournament. It's a very short season, and also it's we see very often players getting injured because the players don't know what to expect from the surface. Sometimes the foot gets stuck and they twist their ankle or their knees. We saw that several times. Or it gets very slippery, as Joanna Konta experienced in Eastbourne. It's also very tough for the body. The players sometimes don't have the same confidence when playing on this surface. So a lot of variables here. The fact that they don't play much on grass, that fact also on the injury that is much more likely to happen, and the fact that also it's harder to break the opponent. So sometimes a break can occur and decide the set or the match. Everything combined makes it a very tough surface.
Interesting. Do you have a tennis surface that you prefer to bet on? Out of the obviously we've got the four Grand Slams of the year. Is there a surface that is more predictable than others, would you say?
No, I don't think so. For example, last year I did great on grass, was my best surface. This year I believe it has been clay. So it all depends on the moments of the season. I don't think it has anything to do with the surface.
Okay, all right. Moving over now, men's plays. We've got Beast is saying hopefully we have a parlay today. I believe we do. We'll wait and see at the end here. Men's plays. Alex, do you want to kick us off there? Top men's plays.
Yeah, first of all, Federer versus Dusan Lajovic. Federer, doesn't matter that Lajovic is a dangerous opponent, but Federer, we know how prepared he is for the grass tournament. He didn't stay a lot in the first round because his opponent have retired. So I think that Federer can cover again the minus 8.5 games Asian handicap at a node of 1.9, the best of that I found on the market. So Federer against Lajovic, I don't think that it will be a tough match for Federer. Minus 8.5 Asian handicap. Okay,
and second play there, Alex.
Dimitrov versus Baghdatis. Baghdatis is old. Okay, he's an old player. He was good in the last 5 years ago or 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I like really much how Dimitrov is playing on grass, and I liked him a lot in the first round. Baghdatis had an opponent from number, I don't know, 1024 in the world. I think that it was a British opponent, Ward or something. He beat him in straight sets, but I think that now against Dimitrov, he cannot compete at his maximum level, because Dimitrov is a force. He's still young. He can do even better than that. So I'm going with Dimitrov in straight sets, 3-0 at a node of 1.97.
All right. And what do you think about those bets, Joao?
The ones that I have for tomorrow are not on those matches. For tomorrow we have on the contest that involves Jack Sock and Sebastian Offner. Offner has been a huge surprise for me, the biggest surprise of the tournament so far. He's currently outside the top 200. This is the first time that he's playing a Grand Slam event, and also the first time in his career that he's playing the tournament on grass. And in the first time that he does that, he's already in the second round. after winning 3 matches in the qualifying, won the first round in straight sets against Bellucci. Although Bellucci is far from a grass court expert, it was a great win from Offner in 3 easy sets. And I've seen him play a few months ago on the ETF tour. He usually plays on those future events. He has a huge firepower. He's not afraid to go after his shots. I didn't find any interview from him, but I found from Bellucci, and the Brazilian said exactly that Offner was going for his shots with no fear. And tomorrow against Sock, that can create a lot of problems to the American. Although Sock is by far the most experienced of the two, he's not a grass court expert. This is without any doubt his worst surface. He hasn't done very good results in recent years. Also in the opening round, he was far from impressive against another player who is outside the top 200, Christian Garin. And I think that Offner to win just 1 set, the plus 2.5 set handicap at 2.11 on Pinnacle definitely represents some value and is the best play for this match.
Yeah, and, definitely agree with you there with the value. Sorry, second bet.
Yeah, I was going to go for that. The second play for tomorrow in the contest that involved Dominic Thiem and Gilles Simon. We had a bet on Thiem on the previous round. He got the job done in straight sets against Vasek Pospisil. But this time the price for his victory is much lower, and I think that the sportsbooks are overrating him, and on the other hand are underestimating Simon's ability on this surface. The French is a very tricky opponent on grass, already reached the quarterfinals in Wimbledon, and has a great record on this event. Great counter puncher, and he's not an easy matchup for Thiem as well. Although Thiem leads on the head-to-head by 5-2, Simon always creates some problems to him, and especially on this surface. And we have on Bet365 the over 3.5 sets. So to have 4 sets on this match, and we expect Simon to win at least 1, and taking this to a 4th set at 1.72 on Bet365, as I mentioned, is a great price, and we'll go with that.
Okay, all right. Do you have a parlay today for us, Joao?
No, I don't. I'm not a big fan of parlay bets. I know about the request. When I found the valuable one, I'll share it. But for tomorrow, I don't have any.
All right. So no valuable bets. Do you have a favorite play of the 4 you mentioned?
No, I have the same level of confidence I had today for the 4th place. And the previous day, as I mentioned, had Thiem as the most valuable play and the one that I had more confidence. But for tomorrow, I'll rate the 4 at the same level of confidence.
Okay, all right. So going in strong with the weights. Alex, what parlay do you have for tomorrow, day 4?
I have Dominic Thiem with a minus 1.5 sets Asian handicap. I have Grigor Dimitrov with minus 1.5 sets Asian handicap. And I have Coco Wandewege to win against Maria.
Okay, all right, great stuff. Do you have a favorite bet as well?
All of them, I think that they are. All of them, I think that there are 2.3, 2.4 total odds.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a favorite bet as well from the 4 you mentioned today?
Yeah, I like a lot Matek Sams to beat Sorana at 2.25.
Okay, great stuff, guys. The bets will be put in the comment section below. We're also keeping a tally of our tennis bets, which we'll share for you towards the end of the week. Thank you so much for watching. See you again, same time tomorrow. Joao, Alex, thanks for joining us.
See you tomorrow.